Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how I make pumpkin spice lattes at home. And if you're not into pumpkin spice, you can make other flavors as well. So the first thing you're going to need is a jar that has a top that is secure on it so that you can put it nice and tight and it won't leak. I just saved this old honey jar that I had. Instead of putting it in the recycle bin, I just cleaned it out real good and saved it to do this. And what I did was I took half a cup of milk, and you can use whatever milk you want. I used 1%, but if you use whole milk, it's going to have a richer flavor. If you use skim milk, it's going to not have that that fat flavor that you get, so somewhere in between would be, 1% or 2%, so whatever you want though. And then I used Torani vanilla syrup. I used 2 teaspoons, and when you make this recipe you can adjust the amount of syrup you use depending on how sweet you like it. I find 2 teaspoons is just about right for me, but that's a personal taste. I get this at Christmas Tree Shop for $3.99, which is a fantastic deal because some supermarkets carry this syrup and it's way more expensive if you buy it at the supermarket. But any vanilla flavoring syrup that you can find, basically. So I put the half a cup of milk and 2 teaspoons of syrup in this jar, secure the lid, and what I'm going to do is, okay, I wanted to show you the level in the jar. That's how much is in there right now. I'm going to shake it until it has twice the amount of product in this jar than it did originally. So what we're doing is we're basically making it foamy, because when they make lattes at Starbucks, they have that special little device that they use to make the milk foamy. So we're kind of cheating and doing it manually. Alright, so now that I've shook it up, you can't even see where it ends, but I know from doing it before that it's got about twice its weight and volume now. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a small saucepan and I'm going to open this jar. I'm holding the camera with one hand, so not easy to open a jar with one hand. And I'm just going to pour it in the saucepan. And you can see it's nice and foamy, just like a latte should be. And then I'm going to put the burner on 3/4 of the way. Like that. And we're going to heat up our milk. Now you don't want to walk away from the stove because this does not take long at all. You don't want to boil the milk, you just want to steam it. So as soon as you see steam rising from the pan, take it off the burner. It's done. It doesn't take long at all. Now, as far as the coffee goes, just make your coffee the way you normally would. If you have a drip coffee maker, then you'll probably want to do that first. And if you have a Keurig machine, which is what I have, then you could be making the coffee right now as we're steaming the milk. Okay, so I just ran over to the Keurig machine here, and I've already got plenty of water in my machine. I've got my mug ready to go, and so I'm just going to open the chamber, put in a pod. I'm going to use Victor Allen Organic Peruvian, and I also buy this at Christmas Tree Shop. And no, this is not a Christmas Tree Shop sponsored video. It's just a coincidence that I buy the syrup and the coffee there. So put my pod in there and make my coffee while my milk is heating up. Okay, so I'm back over at the stove here, and you probably won't be able to detect it on camera, but there is steam now coming out of this pan. So I'm going to quickly take this off the burner. There, now you can probably see the steam. Yeah, so you want to steam it, you don't want to boil it. And my coffee is only going to take a few seconds to brew over there. I don't know if you can hear that noise, the sound of the Keurig. Okay, so the next step is to take my freshly brewed coffee, and I'm just gonna pour the milk in and just give it a little stir. Now, ideally you want to pour the coffee and the milk in at the same time, but that's not really necessary. It's still going to taste the same, but if you want to get real fancy, that's how they do it at coffee shops. Okay, so that's stirred up pretty well. Now the next step is to take some whipped cream. This is just Walmart's Great Value Original Whipped Cream. Give the can a couple of shakes. Put a little dollop of whipped cream on the top. And then I'm just going to take some pumpkin pie spice. Honestly, I just get this at Dollar Tree because it's convenient. Oh God, I'm trying to open the container with one hand. Let's see. There we go. Okay, and just sprinkle a little bit of pumpkin spice on top. Be careful because it's super potent. And voila, you have a pumpkin spice latte that you made at home, and you don't need any special equipment. Now, if pumpkin spice is not your thing, Torani also makes a salted caramel syrup, and they make hazelnut. I bought the big bottle of hazelnut because they didn't have any of the small ones, and it doesn't have a non-drip spout on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save one of my small containers and transfer some of that to an empty, cleaned out container of a smaller one, because I used the hazelnut the other day and it just went all over the place. So don't buy the big bottles unless you have to. Okay, so that's how you make a latte at home, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.